The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hey everybody, welcome to the jam session. Forgive me for being late. I was just on a seller call and just got a free house, which is kind of cool. Property in Savannah, Georgia, a very nice area. Anyway, so that was that. Welcome to the first jam session of the year. Started off with a pretty cool, I guess, off with a bang. And I'm looking forward to helping you guys be super awesome at the same time and answering any questions that you might have. I am going to record this a little bit different way. As you know, or maybe you don't know, I'm starting a blog, or a vlog, if you will, where people can track students' progress and see exactly how the real estate business really works. It takes a lot of hard work, takes a lot of elbow grease, it takes persistence. Deals die, deals come back, deals go away, deals come. And if you aren't super careful, then bad things start happening. And if you put your ego into it too much, if you're too much on, I need a deal tomorrow, the deals will never come. So you have to be patient, and you'll eventually get exactly what you're looking for. So I want to sort of catalog and categorize and really have basically a cool little a series that's going to be on YouTube that where people can see the progress of different people and how they're doing, and the frustrations that I have as an educator and the frustrations that people have as well as students who are looking for deals and can't seem to get one across the finish line and then finally do. It's pretty fun to see. So follow me on YouTube if you can, and you'll be able to get that. So subscribe to that channel if you don't mind. It's my name, Marco Kozlowski, YouTube channel. Anyway, Cliff, nice to see you. Sam as well, nice to see you. Graham, good eye. And Frank, thanks for congratulating me on the free house. If you were following me on Facebook, you just witnessed it. It's actually on Facebook right now, and I just posted it as we speak. Okay, so hopefully, Debbie, good to hear you and see you. And I don't know who the first one is, but I think Frank is the winner. Winner chicken dinner on the first question of the day. Frank Galuzio. Frank, where are you? I'm out of practice here on my webinaring. Frank.
Hey, Marco. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, my friend.
Thanks for taking my call.
Always a pleasure.
Mine's a two-part.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's not even a two-part. It's two separate ones, actually.
All right, fair enough.
One you're familiar with. It was I wanted to respond to a deal we've been working on since Success Reflex on a mobile home park. The seller was flip-flopping back and forth. We agreed on a price, as you know.
Yep.
He just came back today with a higher price. We told him to fly a kite. Then he came back just literally not too long ago and said, okay, I'll sell you the property at the agreed price, but you pay closing and all titles. So I'm not comfortable paying all closings and all titles. I wanted to
say I'm not just say we agreed. This is what we agreed on. You've changed the price 3 times. We're closing at this. If you want us to close, we're going to close at this number. You pay close. You do what you pay your closing costs and pay your half of the title transfers. That's what we agreed on.
Okay. And in terms of him, now he's pressuring me. Well, not pressuring, but anyways, he just mentioned that he wants to close in 2 weeks, but that's not going to happen.
Just say we would have closed. Have you waited on him for anything at all?
Yeah, I sent the amended agreement on December 13th.
Just say, buddy, we sent an agreement on December 13th. We've bought other properties since then, and we're not closing in 2 weeks. We're gonna close in. How long does Pete need, by the way? Because we're gonna use
Pete
that.
says Pete needs about 3 weeks. He said.
All right, just say we'll close in 3.
Yeah.
So we're not closing in 2. We're gonna close in 3, and you're gonna pay half the closing costs. And if you're okay with that, let's go. If you're not, good luck to you. May the force be with you, because no one else is.
Okay. And on that, I know yesterday on your seller's call you were talking about remote properties. Mm-hmm. This one is in a little bit of a remote area. It does have a Walmart. It's not within 300 miles or anything. It's actually just down the street.
Right. I remember I actually drove there, so I know where it is.
Oh, that's right.
I've been to this place.
Okay, so you saw the area.
Well, yeah, it's pretty remote, but it's not that remote where I'm like, oh my gosh. The other one was way more remote than that.
Okay, so I feel a little bit better. I found a couple of property managers there, but I think it's still going to be a challenge down the road. The park right now, because when I was talking to property managers there, there's only like two or three from picking, including the one that's already there. If we're
He,
gonna end up
what does he
keeping
owe?
it, right?
What does he owe right now? Two.
This goes 245. I don't know what it is.
So he's at 295. So give him 50K and say see you later, and you pay the closing costs. Be way better than trying to go through Pete anyway. So that's what I would do.
No, I saw the thread on the other lenders. They want their money.
Oh, they want
They
the.
don't. Yeah, they don't like him very much.
I don't understand why. The guy's such an easy person to deal with.
Yeah, I know. I apparently stiffed someone's dad or whatever. So, anyways, I don't think I don't feel comfortable staying with the current lenders unless I talk to them directly.
Well, then why
But
don't you do that? Why don't you just go right around them? You have the email thread, right, with their email?
yeah, I do. I don't have their contact, but I got their email. You're right.
So all you need to say is, "Hey, Anthony's been jerking me around for the last 6 months. I can't believe he jerked around your dad. What an asshole! I feel almost terrible, almost terrible. You're reaching out to you directly, but I know you guys want to be paid back. If I just pay Anthony off, a few bucks, and I step into his loan position, would you be okay? I have extremely strong financials, and I'll refinance you out within 2 years."
Okay. Does it matter that one of the lenders is one of the owners?
Then that's going to be a problem because Anthony will find out then. You don't
Okay.
want to do that. If it was just a lender that hated his guts, unless his partner hates his guts too,
I
because
think his partner hates his guts because it was the father. It was one of the partner's father
I
that
thought it's a
sent the
brother.
money.
I thought it was his brother.
No, his brother is just, you know how there's three initials in the company name and the seller's name and the company name?
Gotcha.
He's the last initial guy, the lender. So he said, you stiffed my dad out of the money, you still owe me money.
Mm.
I guess they came to an agreement on what is owed. So should I give it a shot?
No, it'll really screw up the relationship. If it was a
Okay.
lender that was at arm's length, I don't recommend it. Listen,
Okay.
if you really don't care if you get the deal or not, then do it. If you are okay with closing in 3 weeks, then do it. Then
Well, I'm
don't.
okay with closing in 3 weeks. If it doesn't want to close, that's fine. I can move on. I'm not.
Then as soon as he says I'm moving on, at that
Yeah.
point reach out to the lenders. Then go around. Then do the whole. Then just send a quick email saying
Okay.
the deal just died. We had an agreement. And you did have an agreement. We had an
Yeah.
agreement for him to pay 295, for him to pay half the closing costs, for him to pay half the title transfers. He basically reneged out of the deal. I happen to come across your email string. I'm reaching out to you directly to see if this is something that you guys would be interested in. I'll pay Frank 50K. Not Frank, sorry, the seller 50K, and if you guys are okay with me taking over the loan, I'll take it over. I'll make good payments for the next 12 months, and I'll try to have you refi as soon as possible.
Okay. So I'll do stage one.
Yep, it would be a
Can't close
two-step at
in
that
3
point.
weeks. We pay half of the closing, half of the title. Okay.
Yep,
That's cool.
yeah, it would be a two-step at that point.
Okay. And then my other question was, I pretty much, I don't know. I was sending out emails for multifamilies, and I got one back that's, I don't know why it's disturbing me, but it's a realtor that came back and on a mobile park home, and he put, it appears that you're searching for a dime on the dollar deals. He goes, most of the investment properties we are selling offers rate caps over 10%.
Is this Benny? Sounds like Benny.
You know who it is? It is Benny. You know Benny?
I know everyone in this business, buddy.
What is he? So he cuts and pastes this? Is this where it says occasionally we bring
No,
our
because
investors?
when I talk to Benny, he says dime on the dollar deals. So he's from New York. So
Okay.
sounds like a Benny thing. Benny.
So basically, yeah, he just kept going and saying that, because we bring these to our investors that put our money down. They close within a week with no due diligence. I was like, what the heck is this guy talking about?
Yeah, no, Benny's full of shit. I love Benny, but he's full of shit.
Okay, so how do you even respond to something?
Here's what I respect about Benny.
Yeah.
Is if I had a property that I wanted to sell, I'd give it
Yeah.
to Benny because he'd sell it at a 10 cap. And he'd get it. Because he's so passionate and he so believes that a 10 cap is a great deal. He believes it to the bottom of his soul that he actually convinces people that are from New York that want to invest in Florida that yes, a 10 cap is a fantastic idea. So from a sales perspective, Benny's fantastic. From a acquisition standpoint, Benny is terrible. right? Because
Okay.
we don't buy like we sell, we don't sell like we buy. So whenever I have a couple mobile home parks, I use 100% Benny to sell them whenever, if and when I ever want to sell them, he's the guy that I'm going to use because he'll get me a 10 cap on those deals or a 9 cap or an 8 cap. And he'll convince people it's an amazing opportunity.
Okay. Yeah, because he said some of these deals they close in less than a week with minimal to no due diligence. It's like, well,
congratulations to them. We're not those guys. I don't,
Okay.
I had a girlfriend that could, turn herself into a pretzel in bed. I'm not, that was her. It's not my next girlfriend. I don't compare.
Yeah, no, and then he goes, I can find you more deals. He wants me to sign not only a CA, but in the CA there's a compensation to the broker that the buyer has to pay 3 to 5%.
Yeah, fuck them. Pardon me expression, but just fuck them.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, that was it. So I didn't know how to respond to him, and I wanted to get used to it because I'm sure there's going to be more Bennies out there.
Oh, there's Bennies are everywhere, and that's.
But I don't want to. Yeah, I didn't want to blow the relationship anyways. Not that we really had one.
I appreciate the fact that you think that these are great deals, but they're, to us they're not. So go to your other. Why are you wasting your time with us? Go to your other guys that don't give a shit about due diligence. That's it.
Okay. All right. Sounds great. Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome. Anything else? How's Linda? She all right?
She's doing well. She's pumped for sex reflex.
Is she coming
no,
in?
she's not here. She couldn't get on the call tonight.
Oh, well, I'll see her soon.
But she's definitely pumped, and well, so am I anyway. So.
Are you guys coming together again?
Right? Yeah.
Oh shit! Both of you at the same time at the same place? Are you shitting me?
Same time, same place. Well, I didn't come with her the first time.
I know that.
We went solo. We went on our own.
So yeah. So
now we're rejoining. We're
You're
uniting.
gonna like it better the second time than you do the first time.
Oh, the success reflex you're talking about.
Always. What are you talking about, Frank? What's wrong with you? All right, buddy. Love you, man.
Okay, thank you, man.
All right, take care. Debbie.
Hey, Marco.
Frank, what am I talking about? Norm, how you doing? Debbie, how you doing?
We're good. How are you doing?
No.
How was Hong Kong?
I didn't go to Hong Kong.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you went to Hong Kong.
I was in Bora Bora.
Oh, Bora Bora. Okay, got it.
Almost the same part of the
Totally
world, but not really. I think they're in the same time zone, maybe.
Probably. Yeah. Anyway, we've got our response back from Chris, so I think Norm sent it over to you, and just wondering how we can proceed with these changes.
Give me. I'm still on half vacation. I'm on half time, so I'm.
I know.
Shoot over the. Give me the. What's the response? What is it? Just.
Okay. Norm's got it there.
I'm sending it to you right now, Kimbo.
You got it. It's just sent.
All right. Give me a second. All right.
You just kind of revise your section 12.
Revise my section 12.
Yeah, you just added that there was a lawsuit pending on the pond, and I'm not sure if you're going to like it too much. I want to see what you see on the section 12.
Okay, you need to change where section 1 and section that you can't have section 1 and go like see.
Oh no, that's their lawyers.
Yes,
that's their.
they did that.
We just want to show you. We'll fix it all up to look.
The lawyer did this. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Prepare the system to meet their standards. Yes, that's fine. It's fine. If replacement of the sanitary system is necessary, we will not void this contract.
Yeah.
We're pretty sure the replacement will be necessary.
Yeah, well, of course it is. Yeah, so basically,
We're pretty sure
all you need,
maybe
all
10%.
all you need to do is delete this section here, like as of, like right here. That's what you need to get rid of.
Delete.
Oh, all that?
Yeah.
Okay, if replacement downward.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Basically saying that you know there's a problem, so the due diligence is going to be null and void. So that's totally going to be 100% terrible for us.
And then he
Right.
and then he created like a 12A cost of repair. That's pretty much all what you had originally, which
Yeah,
is
that's fine. Yeah, I'm okay with this, but I'm not okay with it. It's not going to void the contract. That's
yeah.
not,
Okay,
Right, yeah.
that's what I was
Yeah,
just reading
yeah.
it a second ago, and I
Yeah.
thought that's what you're going to say.
Yeah.
well, you're getting a lot smarter. Yep.
Because and they say 10%. I mean, this could be more than 120,000 for this repair.
No bullshit. Listen, it's like basically my answer would be like, listen, we're not trying to swindle anybody, and you're trying to swindle us.
Yeah.
We're coming up with with good intentions, and you're basically putting in words into the contract that are obligating us to buy it if it's a terrible. If it's $1 million to fix it, what are we going to do? Not be able to get out of it? Are you we're not retarded,
Yeah.
let's. I would basically write something almost verbatim, like we're not, this is not our first rodeo. We're not going to sign something that basically binds us to buying something if there's a problem with it. We need to inspect it. We need to get bids. And at that point, we're going to make a decision if we want to buy it or not. If you're not okay with that, then go find another huckleberry that's going to do whatever you want and take over the payments that are on the property. Screw that. It's not
Right.
because
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I agreed.
Sounds-
Yeah, we're trying to help this guy out.
yeah, we're trying to help, and don't put your and this is classic, attorneys trying to protect their client and trying to screw over the buyer that's trying to help them out to begin with. So, pardon the expression, but fuck that, not going to happen, not on my watch.
Good. I like it.
All right,
Sounds good.
Okay.
what's
Cool.
going on with your other deal that you got at Success Reflex?
Oh,
Oh, the Lebanon.
What's going on, man? That thing's
Yeah.
never ends. It's like a saga. It's like Star Wars Episode 500.
That guy is so needy.
we got a flaky seller, but we're being patient with him. But he's like micromanaging a lot of stuff.
Can we hop on a call with this guy? Because this is not acceptable. Like, I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah. Want to?
Yeah. You could,
Yeah, not right now, but I can on Friday. So ask him on Friday if he's available, because just say your money partner's in town on Friday. Want to do a back from holidays?
Oh.
Have a three-way, and he wants us to pull the plug because it's taking too long. But I'd like to see if we can save it.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I like it.
Sounds good. He's trying to fix the empty unit, and we're telling him, don't bother. We'll let us look at it. Just sign the contract.
Just say your money partner is irritated. It's taking so long. He wants to pull the plug, but before we walk away, we just want to have a quick conversation.
I like it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Any preference for time on Friday?
I have a meeting. No, I really don't. No, even if I have a meeting during the day at the house, but it's fine. They can.
He works at the O'Hare Airport in Chicago, so he kind of sometimes maybe.
I'm open. No, it's fine. Just I want to bend to his schedule in a way. I really don't care.
Okay.
I'm open.
Okay, sounds good. Cool. Okay, thanks, Marco.
Yeah.
All righty. You're on.
All right. Super duper. Nick, how you doing, brother? Yang, I don't know if you have a question, but hello. Nisha, nice to see you. Kim has a question. For those of you that are new to the call, this is a question-based call, meaning that you have to go to webinar question box. You put in your question, and in your question, I answer. You basically say, "Oh, I have a question," and then I open up the forum. And obviously, these are all active people that are doing deals. If you aren't doing a deal, that's cool. You can ask me questions too. Just make sure it's a question that is like a legitimate question based on real estate, not like, if I were to take an egg and scramble it, what temperature does the pan need to be? Because I've actually had a couple of those recently. All right, Kim. Hello. Kim. There, Kim, you must unmute yourself on your phone for this to work. Kim. All right, Kim, sorry. Kim asks, if the seller of the properties, we buy it without any creative options, what's the calculations on ROI? We need 35% down. if you are, the question is if you do you need 35% down? The answer is no. Can you do it with less than 35% down? The answer is yes. Can you borrow more than 65 to 70 to 80%? The answer is yes. It depends on how you structure the contract. Actually, I'm going to talk to Nick about this. Nick just got financing for a property 100% through Pete. Give me a second here. Nick, where's Nick? Nick. Because of the way the contract was structured. It's very important that you structure the contract properly. And if I can actually find Nick in here, Nick is gone. Nick, M, and Nick, here it is. All right, Nick, are you there?
Marco, I'm here.
Hey, Nick, you guys just got approval, didn't you? For you asked for 80,000 and they gave you 120.
Well, here's the thing, yeah. So basically, when we did it under contract, we put that we bought both properties each for 80,000, and on each contract we put a $40,000 renovation clause.
Yep.
So now Pete just got back to us today, and he says that well, we could do 60,000 for one, and 56,000 for the second, so roughly about 120 grand.
Yep.
And now that's why I sent you the actual things by email of what Pete sent me.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just wondering, I mean, in this case, it looks like if the lending is 120 and we have it for total of 80, including the renovation contract, the updating, that means we should logically get $40,000 in our pockets, no? I mean,
if the lender sees a $40,000 cash back to seller, they're going to not sign off on the HUD. So you're going to have to modify your loan amount necessary to down to 80K for both. So
can you help us with this? Like, I mean, tonight or something?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll help you out with this. But you never want to overborrow. That's very dangerous for two reasons. One is you don't want to put the lender in that position where they're pulling cash out of closing, because you actually it'll seem like it's going through and then it'll die the day of closing and it'll piss off the seller, and you don't want to do that. Cash out is not something that you want to entertain, and you'll piss off the lender too. By them, you'll be blackballed by the lender for trying to do that.
Okay.
And number two is if you do pull out 40K closing, knowing I don't want you to go to Vegas and spend it all on hookers and blow. So I want you to, I'm joking, of course, but you don't want to overborrow on a property, because then you're upside down on the property that you just purchased, and you won't be able to sell it because you owe Vizio more money than you need to borrow.
Okay, so basically in this case, is it at least a 100% finance? Because we still need to put realistically about 15-20 grand of repairs on it.
If you need 15-20K of repairs on it, then keep 20K and put that in escrow for repairs.
Okay.
Then you can overborrow for repairs, because they do. Vizio, who is the lender that in this case actually does lend on repairs. So I would get contracts for repairs are probably going to ask that. And if you can make it up to 40K, then you can probably make these things into almost the Taj Mahal, as long as the values in the area support it. You could put 20K on each property for renovations.
Okay. And this could be basically with a zero out-of-pocket expense.
It's not going to be. It is going to be. It's 100% already. You won't have $1. You won't have. And you got these at Success Reflex, right?
Yeah, with Ralph and Rod when we came here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so basically, whenever we'll discuss about this outside this phone call, so we'll go into more details.
Yeah, cool. All right. So that's just to explain that for Kim. I wish she could be on the call. That is 100%. That's 100% finance deal, and it's just the way the contract's worded. So if you have the right contracts in place, then you can make this happen. All right. All right, so I'm going to ask Sam here has a question. Mr. Sam out of Montreal, comment ça va?
Ça va bien, vous?
Ça va.
Okay, the question is, I have a property on Craigslist. It's two properties actually in Toledo. Okay, it's 45, and it is an investor who's out of state. He's selling this through an agent. But when I'm analyzing the property, it's on Crutulia. It's show on yellow area, the zone.
Okay. How yellow?
Yeah. Yes, it's pale yellow.
Okay.
You want the address?
Is there any red around the area?
A bit distance, yeah.
Like how far away is the yellow from the red? And is or is it like shooting, murder?
No,
You know,
just one shooting. That's it.
that's one shooting too many. Which city is this in?
Oh, I give you the address. It's
Yes,
Toledo.
I would love to have it. Unfortunately, I'm at my parents and they don't have internet, and I can't access the internet past getting my email. I'm on. I'm not even kidding. I'm like on a almost like a dial-up, like AOL, and I'm on. I've Jimmy rigged my computer to have just enough juice for this webinar session, and that is all. I have zero internet, so I can't pull up Trulia at all. It won't work. It'll actually crash my whole system. The only thing I can do is grab my internet and do this webinar. So I can't actually see Trulia right now. But let's talk about numbers. What's the value of the property?
The value of the property, the investor, he would like 41K.
All right, that's not the value. That's what the seller wants. What's the value?
Yeah. The value, as per Zillow, it says 41 for the duplex,
Okay.
and the single family is 36, but he's selling both for 45. There's an agent involved.
What's the total value for both properties?
The both properties, so it's 77K.
77K, and how much repair does it need?
As per the investor, there's no repairs.
No repairs. Why does my calculator? You're sure? Are there tenants there now?
Yeah, 2 tenants.
2 tenants out of 3 units, or it's a duplex?
Yeah. One duplex, okay, one unit is vacant, and the single family is occupied.
And how much? Why is the duplex empty?
One of the duplex is empty, but it's ready to rent.
All right. You should make a stipulation that you won't buy it until it's tenanted with a tenant of your choice.
Okay.
That way you mitigate your risk. And he's asking for 41?
Oh yeah, but 45 because there's an agent involved.
All right. And have you tried to get it for less than 41? Have you tried for like 30?
Not yet. I have to call him, but the only issue I'm seeing the property is found in a yellow.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the yellow. I bought it in red. It just depends on what kind of red.
Okay.
It just depends. Start the conversation off with 27,000 cash for both.
Okay, great.
Just say, would you take 27,000 cash for both properties? They're going to say no, and that's the point. If you offer too much, and they say yes, then you pay too much.
Great. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool. Awesome.
Thank you. A second question, please.
Yep.
When there is a duplex or triplex, how do you evaluate the market?
Same thing.
Same thing?
Go to do you have the ARV video? I'm going to send you an ARV video that actually describes the values on property. You have access to that with the program you're in. So I'm going to send that to you shortly as soon as we're done this call. If I can get access to actually, I can't send it to you because I can't access the internet. I'm going to have to wait till Friday. So if you can wait till Friday, I'll send you the ARV video. Or if anyone that's on this call has the link, if you could email it to me, then I can send it to Sam. That would be great. Whoever has the ARV video link, that would be great. Thank you, Sam.
Yeah, thank you.
Unfortunately, I'm stuck literally in the dark ages with no internet. I'm amazed I can actually do this call. All right. All right. So Chris, you're next. Hopefully you had a good Chris, where are you? Mr. Chris. There he is. Hey, buddy. Chris. Chris Leach. Chris. How come I can't hear you, buddy? Is my internet done? I don't know what's going on. All right, Chris, if you come back to me, let me know. Karen Chung. Hope you're doing well, Karen. Karen. Hey, Karen. All right, you're unmuted. You have to unmute. There we go.
Hey Marco,
Hey, Karen, how are you? Happy New Year.
you too. Happy New Year.
Fantastic. What's going on? What's cooking?
Yeah, just a deal that died came back. It's one on back taxes, like what you talked about yesterday.
Yes?
Yeah, but not sure what to do with it yet. She says, so many scammers out here, investors trying to wholesale deals with simultaneous closing. I'm not interested in being a part. If you're still legit and interested, I would like to meet you. So
Right.
yeah,
Okay, now you're in Australia, so you're not going to meet her anytime soon, or him.
yeah.
Okay. So, what was your original offer? Is this the woman that lives in Las Vegas?
Yes, that's the one.
Yes. Okay. So what was our original offer?
12K. She's got 24K of back taxes.
All right. So go to the same offer. Just say we'll give you 12K, and just say our offer still stands, 12,000 right now, and we'll pay off your back taxes.
Yep.
All right. Send her that email and just say if you want to. We closed a property that was. We actually closed a property cash at the end of last month, in a very, if it's in Cleveland, if I remember.
Yep.
I have a HUD from a couple properties that we closed since you've been talking to her, so you can actually send her a few HUDs and say, hey, here's a couple properties that we paid cash for. If you want proof that we're real.
Okay, and if it's a yes, do I send her contract or?
If you say yes, yeah, you send her a contract right away. You don't wait. You send her one, but you send it to me first, Karen, because not that I don't trust you. It's just I don't want you to make a mistake and do some terrible contract like some people on this call have sent contracts to sellers, and I'm like, I cannot believe that this went out. It makes you look terrible. So you have to have a good contract, yes.
Marco, do you still have a copy of a good contract? I have different ones before, but just not sure which.
All right, so it'd be the one side purchase and sale agreement. I'll send that to you as soon as I can. Sadly, I'm limping along. I will go through my email and find one to you. That's
Okay.
So you'll have that within the hour. Okay.
Okay, thanks, Marco.
You're very welcome. Nice to hear you.
Enjoy Bora Bora.
Thanks. No, I'm back in. Thank you, Karen. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm back from Bora Bora. All right, Yan. I talked to him today. I don't know what that means. So Yan, you're next. All right. That was Karen out of Australia. Now we have Yan out of Toronto. Yan. Stella. Unmute yourself, Stella. How you doing? Happy New Year.
I'm still alive. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Oh, good. I have another one. He has a 50 unit apartment unit. Apartment complex, and it also has a truck stop and a fuel depot. What is that?
A truck stop and a few.
And a fuel depot.
Depot. How do you spell it?
D-E-P-O-T.
Okay, that's a depot. It's it's like a warehouse.
Right. Originally, I only looking for the 50 units apartment, and then in the meantime, the agent said, oh, he also has other assets want to sell together because it's the grandfather's assets. They just want to cash some money and go. So do we interested both?
We're interested in everything, Yang.
That's what I'm asking. I don't know.
Well, if the numbers work, we're interested in everything. We're not in this business. Listen, I'm not a classist, if you will. I don't care if it's a mobile home park. I don't care if it's an office building. I don't care if it's a strip mall. I don't care if it's a hole in the ground. If it makes money, let's do this.
Okay.
As long as it makes sense and as long as there's no downside on something that could really hurt you.
But the truck stop, they say that one's not. Is kind of empty. It's not in operation.
Well, then it's not. And then it's worthless. Right?
That's what I felt, yeah.
If you buy a truck stop for, like we bought last year, a gas station for like 25 grand.
Yeah, I remember.
Right? So if it's cheap enough, who gives a shit, right? So if we buy a truck stop for 25 grand, you could probably sell the metal in the truck stop for 50 grand. Depends, there's always a way to do something. if it's cheap enough, you can do something with it. If you're buying it wrong, then there's the problem.
Okay. And also you remember Frank just talked about the Benny?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God. He talked for half hour on the phone. So forget it. Forget about him.
The first person that encountered Benny was I don't even know. I don't want to talk. I don't want to say anything.
That's okay.
There's a couple people that have put Benny in front of me, and I've yelled at Benny a few times. I've actually met Benny. I like Benny as a person. He's a great guy, and like I said, he's a fantastic salesperson, but he doesn't sell at good cap rates.
Okay.
He doesn't represent greater property.
So in that way, I don't want to waste my time. He sent me 5 emails, so I said, okay. Yeah. I haven't got time to check.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I have some other like email. I haven't got a chance to look through. And then there's one more. The guy has 23 single family or duplex. When we're looking for that, I just want to make sure we only look at we base on the value, not gross, right?
You base it on, you can't buy it on gross. Well, the gross will get to your net, right?
Yeah. And in case, if in the future we have those package of the single family, so for the finance point of view, it's just go for residential, not a commercial. Is that correct?
Why would you only do residential, not commercial? I'm sorry?
Well, if you like, for example, people have like 20 houses, single family.
Yes.
So when we do the finance, is that a finance based on as residential or commercial?
Sorry, yes, I missed a point because I was distracted by a question. Yes, it's 100% based on residential values. I was just talking to Aaron today about this. If you see a 19, 20, 25 individual single-family properties, you can't buy it on the revenue. You have to buy it on the value of the properties. And these guys are creating bundles of single families, selling them as commercial units as a trick to get more money from them. And it's terrible. It's a terrible trick.
That's right. Yeah. Okay, that's all for me today.
All right, very good. Nice to hear your voice. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Look forward to great success for all of you, not just Stella, but all of you. Varghese, you're next. Varghese.
Hey Marco, can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine, and the piano behind you.
Okay. So the question is, I talked to a seller. Basically, he's an agent. So it's a multi-unit property. He said there is a lot of deferred maintenance. And I asked him what are these. He said we have the properties are occupied, but then he says the parking lot needs to be done, all those kinds of things. So basically what I understand is a unit can be rehabbed about 5K. What is the estimate that we calculate on doing all the parking lot and payments and those kinds of things? Do you have any thumb rule on that?
I'm sorry, it's quite noisy where you are, so I can't really hear what you're saying.
Just trying to estimate the maintenance for the parking lots and a multi-unit property.
So for a parking lot can be 100K, and a parking lot can be 50K, and a parking lot can be 500K.
So, like, what is the minimum? Like, for example, for units, we know it could be 5K, 10K, or 25K, right? Those are the 3 numbers for rehab.
I see what you're saying. I haven't blacktop. I'm going to unmute you because wherever you are, Varghese, right now is a terrible place to work. You need to go to a different place, just as my little bit of a love tap there. Go to a lobby of a hotel that's maybe smaller, that's not as large, so you don't have that terrible noise behind you when you get out of work. I don't know what the amount is for blacktop as far as per square foot what it costs, but it's not a bad thing for me to find out. What you might want to do is call a paving company and find out in that area what does it cost per square foot to re-blacktop or renovate a parking lot. and get 3 different quotes and make an average. That'd probably be the best bet. So I don't know the answer to that other than it can cost 100. I was in Alabama and it cost $125,000 for someone to redo a road that was a U shape that was just about a mile. So so you have a mile of road and it costs $125,000 for the mile. So it's quite expensive to do the pavement. It's not cheap at all. All right, so hopefully that answers your question. All right, Kim, we're going to try this again. Hopefully you have Kim. Hey, Kim. Can you hear me now? Kim. All right, I guess you can't talk to me. Kim has no. All right, so let's talk about Shams or Nisha. I'm not sure which one it is because there's both of you with the same name on this, so I'm going to hope it's this one. Shams or Nisha? I'm unmuting both of you. Hey, guys.
Hello, it's me.
All right, you're both unmuted, so whoever wants to ask me questions can because you're both under Shams. There's 2 Shams.
Sorry, I didn't know how to do that. It's me. I'm the one that's been asking. Okay, so I have this deal that came. It's 24. It's actually 2 buildings, 24 units combined. They are vacant. The asking price is $330. It needs their estimate is about $137,000 to $250,000 worth of work.
Okay.
But based on the.
It's empty now?
It's empty now.
So they're selling on Proforma?
No, because Proforma, if I'm looking at it, I'm basing it on just because I don't know how many 1 bedrooms, how many 2 bedrooms. So I'm looking at 1 bedrooms. By basing on 1 bedrooms on the net, with the tenants paying, we paying everything, we're at an $84,000 NOI.
Okay. And what are they asking?
$320.
And how much work does it need?
They said between $137,000 to $254,000. So clearly, we're going to need to get somebody in there to look at the building.
So it needs 200. So let's call it 300,000 for the renovation, and let's call it and they want 350 for the.
329.
So 629.
No, 250 is the maximum for repairs.
And how many units is it?
24. 2 buildings. One's a 17 and one's a 7.
How do you know it's 24? And you know how absurd that could sound is 10. I could look at a building that needs no work and sink money into it if I wanted to.
Right.
So 250 is the max it would cost to fix it.
Yes.
And how do they come up to that number?
That they said that's estimates that they've been given.
Okay. So 320 plus 250, all right, is 570. Let's call it 600 just for shits and giggles. And 84,000 is your NOI?
Based on if it being all 1 bedrooms.
That's a 14 cap if you put in all that work.
And if it's all 1 bedrooms.
And if it's all 1 bedroom.
I'm asking for a breakdown of how many 2 bedrooms and how many 1 bedrooms.
Do you believe that you should be taking all the risks to only get a 14 cap when I can find a 14 cap in a day?
Of course.
Right.
But this is what they're asking, right? We haven't started negotiating yet.
Gotcha. All right. Well, the first, and the reason I say it this way is when I first approached someone and they talked to me about this, I said, why would I spend $300,000, double what I'm paying on the property, just to make a 14 cap? It doesn't make any sense. It's not going to happen. So if you're willing to go considerably less on the price, then talk to me.
Okay.
This is sort of the attitude as to which and how you start the conversation is as important as the conversation itself. Is when they first bring you the deal. When Benny doesn't even bring me deals anymore because he knows I'm going to shoot him down the second that he comes to me. But he knows I'm going to be able to close if we're talking about Benny. Any agent that brings me a deal or any seller that we talk, they're going to know, hey, this guy can close, just don't give him a piece of shit. So when you're communicating with a specific seller, I would basically
It's an
you need
agent.
to have a 1 in front of it in order for you to be interested. I think if you're
Okay.
putting in that much cash.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'll definitely take a look at it. Send it over to me, and I'm here to help you. So if you want me to help you with the negotiation, I will be more than happy to.
Yeah, I'll send it over.
Cool. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. I miss you. Love you long time. All right. Happy New Year. All right. And it's vacant too, which I don't like, by the way. That means there's you could open up a whole can of worms in vacant properties. All right. All right. Hey, Mike. I'm going to unmute you. Michael, hope you're well. Michael. Where's Michael Wang? Michael, out of Toronto. Mr. Michael, how you doing, buddy? Michael Wang. You're up.
Hello.
How are you?
Okay. I just find a property on Craigslist.
Yes.
It's a realtor with an agent, and its population only have around 3,000 people.
Okay. So there's only 3,000
And it have a Walmart center.
Okay.
Should I do this deal?
You can. Can you send it over to me, Mike?
Okay.
Let me take it. If it's a small population, it's a concern. If there's a Walmart close to it, that means there's growth, because Walmart is extremely careful as to where they put Walmarts. They generally don't put them in the middle of nowhere. So I like the fact there's a Walmart. I don't like the fact there's only a small amount of population. But send it over to me. Let me look at the numbers, and I'll happily help any way I can. You have my email?
Okay.
You have my email, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay, yep. Send it over to me as soon as you can. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. All right, and Happy New Year, by the way. Alex, you have a question. We got a lot of questions today, which is fantastic. Alex, how you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How you doing? How you doing, man?
I'm well. For those of you that don't know Alex, I just want to give you a quick props. Alex is 22. He came to Success Reflex with his dad, John, and has been hitting it hard. You have a contract out on how many units right now?
23.
Got a 23 unit package that we basically have a deal on, which is fantastic, with a very low down, like 20K down to get 23 units. All owner financed, which is fantastic, taking over debt. And then there's a couple more that are down the pike, so I'm pretty excited. Did you send the changes, by the way, to the agreement to Matt, the agent?
Which deal are we talking about?
The Texas one.
We're still working on the lease agreement because we're going to send it to you first.
No, but did you send over the changes to him, though? The suggestions. Did you go over that yet with him?
To Marty?
Yes, Marty. Sorry, not Matt. Marty.
Not yet. Okay. So we should send. I gave him a brief rundown of what we're going to talk about in the changes. I just said we're going to make it more specific.
Good. Okay. Excellent. All right. So go ahead with your questions. I'm done with mine.
Okay. Yeah. So my first question is, I want to start looking to hotels. What expense formula should we use?
It depends on the hotel. It depends on the motel. It depends on the chain. It depends on the flag. Marriott.
Okay, let's say
like I have an acquaintance. I have an acquaintance that owns a series of Marriotts, and they make 5%, 4%. That's all they make.
Right.
Depends.
I guess expenses would be ridiculous.
Okay. It depends.
How about independent like hotels?
Yeah, it really depends. There's no formula. You have to look at the P&Ls. You have to look at you just have to look at you have to look at everything and then take it from there.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go to my second question now. All right. So the deal. I think I've been messaging on you WhatsApp today. So I did a recalculation for maximum cash, and I realized it's actually a lot higher, at 93. And I did send an LOI at 71, and he wants to go 75. What should I send back?
So you make more money than you thought?
Yes.
So this is the 100K deal?
Yes.
All right, go back to 70, go to 72. Go up
Okay.
$1,000. That's it.
Yeah. Do you think I could flip this commercial mobile home or
Yes.
no?
Yes. What's your? It makes 93. What's the net?
Current net is 14,000, and after debt service at 10% from Pete's money, it's going to be, I think, 6.5 for the first year.
Yeah, but you can't look after debt service. It's just cash to cash. How much? So you're
Okay.
making 14,000 on a 72,000.
14K. Yeah, that's an 18% cap.
Yeah, it's 19.4 actually.
Okay.
Yeah, you can flip this to.
Should I do it?
You can. Well, get the contract first before you lick your chops and go, I'm going to flip it. Get the contract first. There's still lots that can go wrong. It could be all full of shit, too. It could be the numbers are skewed. You think, how do you think I know that? So don't get too excited. But, yeah, you might be able to make, 10, 15 grand on this.
All right, sounds good, man.
Yeah. Sweet. Good
All
job.
right, that's it.
All right. I'm proud of him, man. 22 years old. I wish I was doing this at 22. I started at 27. And I didn't have me to help me. All right. Chris. To figure this out the hard way. Years of lost time. Chris, how you doing?
Good. How are you, Michael?
I can hear you. How you doing, buddy?
Hey. I got some new equipment for Christmas, and
Well, good for you.
figuring it out.
I guess you were good. You were kind. Santa was kind to you. I got a lump of coal. I got to barbecue in Bora Bora.
Oh, terrible.
All
Oh,
right.
question.
Yep. Go ahead.
How much value do we put on potential of a property? So say if we have one that's got 50 units that are currently rented out, but it's got another 30 that they claim needs minor repairs and then can be rented out.
Yep.
Are we still just buying on the 50 units and ignoring the rest? Or?
I wouldn't ignore it, but I'd make sure that we have a very good cap on the buy on the 50. I wouldn't buy the 50 at a 10. I might buy the 50 at a 15.
Okay.
Or better, and then to be a super home run when I fix up the other units.
Okay, good enough.
So I still want a good deal as much as I can. Would I buy it on a 14 if I can double the size and make a 25-30 cap? Yes. It just depends on what the real potential is. And if it's vacant, for example, if it's Mike Yen out of Toronto, we were going to do a deal together that was in very close to St. Louis. And I drove, it took me 6 freaking hours to get to this place because there was a phone pole that had, anyway, there was an accident of some kind. Someone hit a phone pole and went into the highway, and I was on the road for 6 hours. I'll never forget. It was terrible. And this place was fairly remote, which wasn't that concerning, except that it was always half empty. And the guy lived there, and it was always half empty. So no matter how hard he tried, it was going to always be half empty. So yeah, they sell it on potential, but how long has it been half empty, and why is it half empty? If it's super remote, it's not a good buy because it's always going to be half empty because of the location that's there.
Right. Okay, yeah, makes sense.
That makes sense?
Absolutely.
Super duper, Chris. Always good to hear from you. All right. Do we have any other questions? My mic is not working, says Kim. Need help, says Shams. I think that was full. That was before David. The number of people. Turn the music down. All right. Okay, I think that's it. I think that was our last question. I think. Does anyone else have any other questions? Sorry, I have a whole bunch of comments on things that I'm talking about, but no actual questions. So I'm getting confused. I'm very easily confused, clearly. Kim, I'm sorry your mic is not working. And I think that's it. Karen has a question. Karen, you putting a queue in is a fantastic idea. I think I'm going to implement that for this year. If you guys have a question, need a question, just hit Q and I will open up the mic to you. Karen is a genius. That's why she lives in Australia. Karen, you're up next.
Yeah, hey Marco.
Hello.
Hello, just about your REE mastery site.
Yes.
just trying to make the best of it. Some videos are not viewable from my end. Just wondering, is it my problem or
No,
someone?
it could be your problem, but if some videos are not working, then you need to email support, which is MK. Just email. Do you have? Is there a support email there on the Mastery site? There should be.
Support. Just haven't seen it yet.
Just email me the problem, and I'll make sure there's a support. Support stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. Thanks, Marco.
All right, you're very welcome. All right, take care, Karen. All right. Anyone have a queue? Going once? Going twice? All right. Well, Kim, I'm sorry I can't get hold of you. And anyone else that needed a question, wait till next week. Hopefully you guys are pretty pumped about these jam sessions. I certainly am. They're fantastic. I get to hear how you guys are doing. You guys get to hear other people doing deals. And again, guys, this is not porn. I don't want you to watch it and watch it and watch it and get nothing done for yourself. I want you guys to start getting some deals. I want 2017 to be a fantastic year for you. I want you to focus. I want you to market as much as possible. If you don't have a mentor, get one because it helps a tremendous amount. So you stay on track, stay on task. You know exactly what you're supposed to do and how to do it. And if you're behind, you'll know it by not getting any deals. Some of you have been at this for a year now or more, still no deals under your pipeline. And with proper guide support and the right knowledge behind you, you can get deal after deal after deal. And that separates the mice and the men really, is focus and action in the right direction to make sure that you're doing quite well. Quick little plug, one last one for Success Reflex. We're full in January. We're totally full. We have a spot left open for February, which is February 17th, 18th, and 19th. 3 days where I'm holding you hostage, kicking your butt. It is going to be in Orlando. And I have another one in March, which is the third week of March. If you guys want to come in then, you can as well. It's the third Friday of March. It's Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays. Let me give you an actual date here. Mumble. It'll be March 16th. 16th, 17th, and St. Patrick's Day weekend. 17th, 18th, and 19th. It'll be St. Patrick's Day. What better way to spend St. Patrick's Day than with old Daddy Marco over here? So it's the 19th, 20th, and I have a learning disability when it comes to dates, clearly. 17, 18, and 19. There you go. So March 17th and February 17th, both. All right, guys. So thanks for being awesome, and continue to be on these calls. Follow me on YouTube, if you will. I'm trying to build a following there to help people be aware that you can actually quit your job in the next 3 years if you actually do this properly, and focus on the right things, which is finding the right opportunities for you and your family, and try to get to, I challenge all of you to get to 55 doors by the end of this year. Some of you, I'm going to be working with you directly. I'd like to get to 100. And some of you that are doing this on your own, try to get at least to 1. Because it starts with your first deal, but make sure it's a good deal, not a terrible deal. All right, guys, thanks so much. Take care. Love you long time. See you in the same place, same time next week. Ciao.